Not these guys! Not these guys! So with Triple H unveiling the new, in air quotes, improved World Heavyweight Championship weird-ass bubble belt, the question on everyone's lips is who should win the title in Saudi Arabia? Well, that's an excellent question. However, we know one that's a little bit more fun. I'm Adam from WrestleTalk, and here are 10 wrestlers who shouldn't win the World Heavyweight title. Number 1, Cody Rhodes. But wait, wasn't everyone just super upset about Cody not winning the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and finishing his story? Surely he's the only choice to win this new title, right? Wrong! Wrong forever! Cody's plan to achieve what his father never could has to really feel like a triumph, and winning a new title that was created simply because no one is good enough to beat Roman Reigns doesn't exactly feel like a triumph, does it? Well, Cody's moment should have been at WrestleMania 39. I do still feel like it can happen and can still feel special. However, it all comes down to how WWE books the American Nightmare. They have to keep him strong, but they also need to keep him laser focused on conquering the tribal chief, not winning the second best prize in the company. So Cody should purposely decline the chance to compete for the World Heavyweight title because only the WWE Championship will do, and he will be the man to defeat Roman Reigns. Speaking of, number 2, Roman Reigns. Lol. While it would be admittedly rather amusing to witness the internet scream itself to death, no, absolutely not. As Triple H said on Raw, Reigns' stranglehold over the main event scene, as well as his part-time contract, has left the company without an active champion for quite some time, and that's why they brought the belt in. This scenario has unfortunately felt far too common in modern WWE, with Brock Lesnar doing the same shtick a few years back, something that ironically would be a large part of Reigns' feud against Brock in the lead up to their WrestleMania 34 debacle. Now, I know how much Roman clearly likes his bloodline to have shiny things, but please let's not let him near this one. So unless they want to call him the extra undisputed WWE Universal World Heavyweight Champion, then please, I beg. Number 3, Austin Theory. While in theory, Austin Theory should be ready for a jump up to the world title scene. It's just not the case right now. Since failing his Money in the Bank cash, and the guy still feels like he needs rebuilding, and that match with Cena didn't really help him. Feels like beating Cena at WrestleMania is a big deal, but I forgot it until today. Theory could drop his US title to either Bronson Reed or Bobby Lashley at Backlash. However, instead of keeping him on Raw, where the World Heavyweight title is likely to call home, I still feel like Theory could do with a switch to SmackDown instead. While Theory winning a world title would also be a rather massive change for the A-Town resident and a good next step from, beating John Cena, I fear that all it would result in is a sense of deja vu as we see Theory swapping defending his US title against Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley for defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley. Number 4, Brock Lesnar. No. 2022 is over. Please, I'll die. This new title is one that sole reason for creation has been for it to be defended more than once every 3 months. So why on earth would they bother even shoving it onto yet another part-time player? While it does genuinely feel like Brock is around more than Reigns these days, it wouldn't solve anything, and surely we're done with Brock winning titles. I mean, God, imagine if Brock wins this, holds it until Mania 40, and him and Reigns have another winner-take-all match. You know what? I've talked myself into it. Brock's booking, aside from the never-ending Roman feud, has been, fun since he turned face, but now with him back as a scary big bad and with Vince back in creative supposedly, the fear is him reverting back to Brock of old. So after Cody, hopefully, please, beats him at Backlash, let's get Brock onto someone else. A newly drafted Gunther? Maybe. Number 5, Omos. Omos' upcoming match with Seth Rollins at Backlash came literally out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure it surprised Seth as much as it surprised us. No build, not even a Twitter exchange or anything. It's all rather shoehorned in, something that we all know Vince likes to do with his new favorite giant. He did it on Raw after Mania when he pulled Omos from catering for an unplanned squash match. In all likelihood, he probably had a hand in putting him in a match with Lesnar in Hollywood as well. So it goes without saying that it's entirely possible that Vince also fast-tracks Omos for a mega push to become the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion as well. This would be a bad decision. Nothing against Omos. He seems like a really lovely fella, and he certainly has a place in WWE. However, he's not that great in the ring. Which spot do you remember from his match with Brock? So yeah, having him in the main event scene would probably be ill-advised unless you like an extra helping of scoop slams and grunting in your title matches. Number 6, Bron Breakker. While giving Mr. Breakker a major push right out the gate would be a bold move, would also be a bit too soon. Bron is undoubtedly a future player in the company. Heck, he may even be the future guy to take Roman's mantle at some point down the road, but let's not rush things. At 25 years old, Bron conceivably has 15 years in the tank, so let's just calm down. A mid-card title would be fine. Ideal, even, and a great way for him to immediately make his mark. That's as far as it should go right now. In order to keep Braun strong upon his main roster introduction, I wouldn't even have him in the picture whatsoever. Like, if they decide to do a tournament for the title, I mean, he has proven he can play the babyface. However, he did get a bit stale in NXT as the conquering Super Cena-esque champion, so hopefully they allow him to just wreck fools, be a nasty fella on Raw or SmackDown, and wait for us to demand he win a title rather than be told his time is now. Number 7, Logan Paul. Now that Logan Paul is tied down long-term to WWE, a world title is 100% in his future. He is a natural, to be fair. He can do it all at a better level than most established names already. Trips and Vince will know the mainstream attention a Paul title win will garner and how much chatter it would generate. However, as mentioned numerous times, this new title is meant to be defended consistently, not just become a prop on a podcast. While WWE could make Paul feature in the match to determine the new champion in order to garner heat, it would be a step too far to put the strap on him, I think. Again, there's time for that. Personally, I think Paul should win a Money in the Bank in order to eventually get a world title. It would suit his character. He can take the briefcase and sod off. He can feature it on his podcast, his Snapchat, his TikTok, his Bebo, and it would not require him to be around all the time, which he obviously won't be. Number 8, Baron Corbin. Look, I kind of like Baron Corbin. I mean, I like sad Corbin. I think he's always been a misused character apart from when he was sad. That could definitely at one point in a parallel universe in the past have become a world champion. I mean, he did win the briefcase at one point. However, the poor man is just far too gone at this point. They put a waistcoat on him. He was done then. While he could undergo yet another gimmick change, I honestly don't know what they could do at this point to establish him to the point of being a contender again, unless they just give him the Jinder treatment, just have him go from jobber to champion overnight. And you know what they could? Don't. If Vince wants Corbin back on the scene to have him challenge Roman, I mean, he does have a genuine case for a match. He was the last person to pin him back in late 2019, so, you know, just do that. Bring back the dog food angle. People love that, right? Dog food on a pole in Saudi Arabia. I'm sad about this wrestling now. Number 9, CM Punk. I mean, this would have been a joke entry before last Monday's. Who the knows anymore? While it's conceivable that Tony Khan sent Punk in as an undercover agent to Raw, or as some have speculated done it to garner further attention for his eventual AEW return, what if he actually came back? What if he was immediately pushed to win this new world title? There is most certainly a ton of storyline potential with Punk stepping back into WWE's doors, but none of it really facilitates the need for a world title win. In all honesty, given Punk's injury record, probably wouldn't be the wisest move to put a title on him right off the bat. Are you listening, TK? And above all, does WWE really want all that Punk drama in their locker room? While it may be all fine and work out, apparently he cleared the air with Miz, it may just cause way more trouble than it's worth. But hey, I'm sure the Elite would help pack his bags for him. And number 10, Charlotte Flair. I'm kidding. Still though, she did win the NXT championship when she shouldn't have. So I do feel like I have to say it. Don't. And actual number 10, Shane McMahon. Again, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but after he won the Best in the World trophy, I do feel like I have to say it. I know, Vince, after the Succession angle you're trying to build bridges with your Sneakers Boy King, your Kendall Dodoy. But please, after WrestleMania, don't. Shane will likely be nursing his torn quad for a while, so we're safe. This is, again, a bit of a joke entry, but also, we're never safe from the sweaty presence of Shane O'Mac, especially in Saudi Arabia. I mean, the lad beat Roman Reigns there. He did. You don't remember? Here's a picture of it. Do not, under any circumstance, do not, or I'll set fire to every pair of Jordans on the planet. And that's our list. Who do you want to see most not win the World Heavyweight Championship? Let us know in the comments, and check out the list we did last week. 9 pictures for WWE Backlash. Despite WrestleMania 39 being mostly very good indeed, Backlash does seem like an appropriate name, what with Cody not winning and people being very cross about that, and also Vince lurking near creative like a testosteratu. What's going to go down at the premium live event? Well, here's just some wild guesses and hints. I'm Adam from WrestleTalk, and here are 9 booking pitches for Backlash 2023.